Welcome to my channel, The Sales Target. I'm your host Manik, and today we are going to look at a very interesting concept, the concept of first impression. Now, when it comes to sales, is there anything called first impression? I'm sure you have been exposed to this kind of topic or content throughout your life. So there are different conclusions that are reached in terms of how to create the first impression. And they say that humans start, creating judgment. The process starts within just 4 seconds of interactions, and by 7 to 10 seconds you need to establish the 3 E's, which is that you are ethical in your approach, and that you are very enthusiastic, and that you're expert in what you're proposing. So it's a tough challenge, and they say by 27 seconds or within 30 seconds you're done and dusted. People all conclude and create perception as to who you are and make judgment. So I would say it's a bit unfair to expect to get those things, all these elements done within 27 seconds. So here the concept of don't judge the book by its cover becomes relevant, because you need to have enough time in terms of drawing conclusions about a certain person within 27-30 seconds. Now, we are, as humans, we are designed or we are programmed to make decisions. We are constantly making decisions every single second. Even every 12 to 13 milliseconds, we constantly make a decision, even we are not aware of it. So we are prone to making judgment every time. So what is the criteria for judgment? What are the measures? It can be so many, because they are linked with emotions and subjective elements like, likability, your smell, even how you approach, your vibes, whether you are cheerful or not, whether you're angry or not, your mood, your attitude, your politeness, whether you're trustworthy, whether you're engaging with your listening skills. There are so many different elements, and we combine all that within few seconds and make judgment of a certain person. I would say it's very unfair and biased. So an interesting concept that came out by my sales guru, Mr. Victor Antonio, who said that you shouldn't really worry about, or there's nothing called first impression in sales. There's something called final first impression. What exactly is that? Let's review. How many times we are too quick to size up a certain individual? Have you had this experience that you have nothing to do with this person, but you simply don't like anything to do with that person? You have not had even one conversation, or even just 10 seconds or 13 seconds, or having 1 or 2 conversations, interactions, you feel that you don't like this person, right? Is that fair? Now, what I'm saying is that it's not something which is within your control. It's because of how the brain works. Because whenever we interactions, because we create new meanings through our past associations. So through your hard brain, you retrieve certain files that are stored in your memory. And if you have been exposed to a certain individual which has similar, maybe the physicality or even the way they speak, then you draw conclusions that, this person also looks like him. How many times we are walking into situations where we feel that initially we don't like this person, but after a while, when you give enough time, that you are in sync with what they say, that you are in sync with their values and beliefs and their view of the world. Even a lecturer, we go to sometimes lecture classes, and you find that the lecturer is, doesn't really in sync with your values and mentalities, but after a while you figure out that he has some great commonalities and certain things that you share. And at the end of the presentation, maybe after 30 minutes, you come out saying that I love this guy. Same goes that with discussions or interviews that we see on TV. We start off negatively, and we end up, once we expose to this person, his content, we form a different judgment. Now, it can work reversely as well. We form with great enthusiasm, we start the conversation. If it is a bilateral interaction, and after a while you feel that this guy doesn't know what he's talking about, his credibility. So we start off very positively, but after a while then negative sets in. Now, one of the most important elements in creating show the credibility and trust and engaging is the questioning. Smart, really great salespeople, they put a lot of energy and effort in practicing great questions to ask, whereas the average salesperson practicing what to share. There's a huge difference. The questions, use that as a great tool to evoke really insightful insights and show that you know what you're talking about and establish credibility, even to gain information about the client. This way client knows this guy is very intelligent, he knows what your product is. So use question to your advantage. So in a nutshell, there's nothing called first impression, there's what you call the final first impression. So you need to do justice yourself by really give enough time with the other person so that you form judgment. So in a buyer-seller situation, right, so you as a seller, you need to make sure that whatever you share is create interest and is engaging, because otherwise the prospect will shut off. So your communication, you need to create relevance. So you need to know the customer very detailed, what is business, so that is in tune with his frequency. There's relevance that is created. So because of that, you need to do your due diligence, understand where his pain is and what he's trying to solve, and what are his triggers and habits. This way the conversation becomes interesting, and over a period of time his final first impression of you will be very positive, and that will create amazing results for your sales career. So if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, The Sales Target, by clicking on the subscribe button on the screen, and please do feel free to share this video with your friends, and just reminding you that it's time we stop selling and start closing. Thank you.